After a barrage of major terror attacks, questions have been raised as to whether Africa is turning into the new frontier for international terrorism. At this month's Africa-Arab Summit, leaders have pledged their commitment to tackling the problem after 2013 saw a series of deadly attacks right across the continent in Kenya, Somalia, Algeria, Mali and Nigeria. Responsibility for September's attack on the upmarket Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi, Kenya, which left over 67 dead and hundreds wounded, was claimed by Somali's militant group al-Shabaab, who said the attack was retaliation for the presence of the Kenyan military in Somalia. The Westgate atrocity was by no means the first time al-Shabaab has struck outside Somalia. Suicide bombings took the lives of over 74 people who were gathered in various locations in the Ugandan capital, Kampala, to watch the final of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Attacks in Nigeria by Boko Haram, one of the most feared and brutal militant groups fighting to establish an Islamist state governed by Sharia law, have added concern for the continent after the group targeted churches, schools and military posts. Most recently, Boko Haram killed 40 students in an attack on the College of Agriculture in northeast Nigeria. In July, they took the lives of 42 people in an attack against a school and were also responsible for the deaths of more than 22 people in a raid on a military post and a police station in May. The head of the US military's Africa Command has spoken with the New York Times, expressing great concern that Boko Haram has sought to connect with al-Qaeda-linked groups in North Africa. Talking to Al Arabiya, a former jihad leader who has denounced militancy and now works as a strategic analyst in Britain for the government-funded Middle East think tank Quilarium, has said that Africa in the very near future will be the main theatre of counter-terrorism in the world. His information, he said, was based on a combination of intelligence and personal experience as a former militant. A spokesperson from Africa Command has disagreed and took a more optimistic line, suggesting that efforts to build a more secure and prosperous Africa will succeed and that this represents a common interest for both the US and Africa.